what is going on. We're going to try and get to the bottom of what is happening with regards to this particular transfer target. We're going to be discussing him. We're going to be taking you guys' comments or questions in the live chat, so start filling that up now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Yeah, let's have a good one. This is our second live stream of the day. Did one this morning, looking back at the defeat against Liverpool. So I'm not going to touch on any of that now. If anyone wants to hear my thoughts on the game at Anfield last night, check out the previous video, the previous podcast. You will find it on the channel, so go back and have a little listen to that. And later on tonight, we're going to be bringing you a third live stream of the day. Don't say I don't give you enough content. A third live stream, and I'll be joined once again by
and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Delighted to have him back on.
Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. Pleased you can join us for this first round action.
And of course, there's still time.
We're back in the Bayou, TPC, Louisiana, Lugal, with Rich Payne and Rich. Take us through the first.
In the live chat, so make sure we'll do that between now and 9 p.m.
Real massive danger is hanging down the left-hand side, a long fairway bunker that stretches down for most of the fairway. However, there is one more danger spot, and that's a kind of obvious one. It's a tree in the center of the fairway. Don't hit it. If you hit it, that's a bad shot.
As time permits.
It's a fun opening hole, really small pot bunkers dotting the green up there. I have to say,
let's talk a little bit about what's going on with
it's
the
quirky, but it can bite you if
we've
you're
had
not
so
careful.
many contradictions.
It's all set up to be a beauty.
From the
Let's head out to the
very
action.
beginning. And today, it's probably
That's
been
a
as
good golf right
confusing a
there.
day as any. Now,
TPC, Louisiana is a very interesting golf course, mate. It's a pretty flat land, Rich.
Absolutely. This hole shows you exactly what to expect. Second shot to a very tiny green. Tiny green dotting this entire layout. If one close here, you can expect to make a birdie.
This putt just 5 feet away from
and
the
they
hole.
rebuffed that offer. And Jean-Michel Aulas, the Lyon president, then decided to go on
Started
Twitter
out on a
the
good
next morning
line.
and
They
comment
made it.
and
Off to a
publicly
great
say
start today.
Arsenal
Yeah, you
hadn't
gotta
been-
love seeing those go in early. Put you in a good mood for the rest of the day.
They were miles off.
And that makes him time for
Now,
first.
we've spoken
I
about this
can't
previously,
ever recall him
but
making a birdie and
again,
feeling bad
Jean-Michel
about it.
Aulas
So
is
yes,
somebody who
birdie on the
is
first, great job.
known has previous form when it comes to his dealings in the transfer window. He is someone who is notoriously difficult to deal with, and he's somebody who uses the press as a tool in order to try and get the maximum out of buying clubs. We've heard him say time and time again that sales were never going to happen, and lo and behold, they happened. The Alexander Lacazette deal was one example.
Uh-oh,
The Tanguy
we're
and
starting to hear
Dombele
roars
deal
from
to
another
him
part
to
of the
Spurs
course.
is another example. So just because Aulas says that it's not
Well, there's
gonna
action
happen,
aplenty.
it's not
Let's
gonna
head back to the third, where this happened just a short time ago.
happen. Then
Man,
we heard
coach with a fantastic
that
shot.
after that Arsenal were preparing a second bid, and that bid was going to be closer
He's
to
a
what
sharp
we
shooter from
wanted.
short range,
So
isn't
the
he?
prices being quoted around, we were hearing that.
Pretty straightforward
40
shot,
million plus
about what you
add-ons
expect
may,
to see from this player.
Be enough to persuade Lyon to let him go. But we've not heard anything concrete about that second bid yet.
Let's
We have
return
heard
to
reports
live play
today
now.
saying that
The second
um,
hole in
Lyon are
TPC,
now putting
Louisiana,
pressure on
sets up the
Arsenal
first of
to get
numerous
this
birdie
done.
opportunities.
If they want the player,
Third shot
they know
into this
they've
par
got to
5
pay
to a
it.
green
They're
that sits
putting pressure on them, and
above
they've
the
put
player,
a little
but
bit of
watch
a
out.
deadline
Missing
on this.
either
They want it
right
done by
or
Friday.
long,
If Lyon
you're in
are going to sell
terrible
Lucien
shape.
Moura,
Accuracy with your
done
third is a
by this
must.
coming Friday, which will be the 2nd of September. Now, is that because they've got their eyes on someone to potentially
Yeah, well, it might not be on the green, but it's right up near the surface.
To get that deal
Getting
over
ready
the
to
line,
play their third.
I don't know. I don't know for sure that Lyon are going to replace him if they do let him go, but it would make sense as to that's why they're keen on sorry, I've got
Jesus.
That's why they are supposedly keen on getting that deal done ASAP, because then it would give them some time.
Remember,
Now,
putting's a finesse game.
then this
Not
afternoon,
too sure
we
what
heard
they were
something
seeing there, but they didn't get it
utterly
correct, did
different.
they?
We heard that Juventus entered the
Straight
race
out of the
for
top
Lucien
drawer.
Moura, and
Gotta
that the
say,
Serie A
his
champions
short
are
game is
another side
phenomenal.
fronting the player. And whilst
Job
an
done.
official
Let's head to
bid
the
hadn't
next.
gone in yet from the Turin
Currently
based
1 under for the round.
they were very much interested in Lucien Moura. Now, does that mean that Hussein is going to end up going
Teeing off here
to
at the third hole.
going to
On
Juventus
the tee
instead of
now,
Arsenal.
coming off the
I
par.
don't know.
Chance
I
of hole one
don't
up the
know
middle.
how reliable, how reliable these stories are, because we're hearing all different things from all different
Opting
places.
for the hybrid,
So
I
I'm
think.
not sitting here telling you this is categorically what is going on. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to dissect it. I'm trying to understand what exactly is going on with regards to this
Luke,
transfer.
nothing gets
So
past
just
you.
quickly to
Yes,
summarise,
this
because
kid is a
will join
stud.
us a little bit later on.
Always love
First, we
these
made an approach on
opportunities,
Friday.
especially when
That
it's for
was
birdie.
rejected. The president said so himself on Saturday morning. We heard Arsenal were lining up a
This
second
one's
bid,
online.
of which we've not had official
Always nice
confirmation
to
that
hold
that
ones
bid
for a
has
birdie.
been lodged. Now we're hearing that Juventus are in the mix for
And
the
after that hole is no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone.
The lead continues to grow. This is simply amazing.
Maybe be that replacement that I was talking about for Hussein. Who knows? It's just such a fucking mess. There's so many contradicting reports, as I keep saying. It's very hard to siphon what is genuine and what is not. At the end of the day, whatever the case is, Arsenal know what they need to pay for Hussein. Arsenal also know what they need to pay
That's
for
fine.
Thomas Partey. So if we end up with
Let's head out
neither
to
of
the
these
seventh
two
hole.
players by the time the transfer window closes, the only people to blame would be Arsenal.
This would be a great up and down.
Because Leon have never shut the door on Hussein leaving. They never have. They've made noises, Jean-Michel Alassi took a big game and he says,
That'll be for birdie.
going to take
That'll
us
help
into the
make a big
Champions
move.
League again, blah, blah, blah. But that's just the rhetoric. That is just the
Okay, let's get
the
back to
line
the
that
action.
he's been giving people in the media. He feeds what he wants to feed to the media so they can drive the price up of the player. They can make it look as though
Looks to
Leon
have
was
chosen
dead
the
against the
7-iron.
sale. But then
Yes,
another
looks to be heading
opinion
to the
was
green.
too good to turn down. But that's not the case. Leon have always been open to selling Hussein for the right price.
Good shot
Just
there.
as Atletico
Already
Madrid
had a few
have to
birdies
sell
today.
Thomas Partey
Another
because
opportunity
release
for
clause
another
was
one. Let's
triggered.
take a look.
So Arsenal very much
Trying
know
to get 2-3
what they
under
need.
par
And if ever
this
there was a game to demonstrate Arsenal's inability to progress the ball through the midfield, and I'm not by any means saying that our display at Liverpool was a disastrous one, because I don't think it was. And as I've said, if you've just joined us, you can go back to the last video and you can listen to my thoughts on that game. And you can listen to Adrian Clark's thoughts on that game later on tonight, 9 PM. Come and join us, UK time that is. But it was clear, wasn't it, that we struggled to play the ball out through the middle. We seem quite confident doing it in the wider areas, and we've seen that long ball
Current leader is enjoying a
down
one-shot
that left
lead.
channel. We saw that time and time again in the recent games against the so-called bigger sides. But when we need to
Here we are
vary
at the fifth
it,
hole.
and we need to
The tee
change
is
it up, and we
yours.
need that bit of creativity in the middle of the park. Arsenal didn't have it yesterday. When Danny Ceballos came on, it was better, but we need more than one player capable of doing that. Hussein is certainly someone with the technical ability, with the vision, with
One's
the
heading down
quality
Broadway.
to add that to our midfield. And I am really, really desperate to see him come in. If Thomas Partey comes in, I'll also be happy. But he's not quite
Around
the same
110
type of
yards
player.
to go.
He is a player that I highly rate. He's a player that I think would improve us immediately. But given the noises we've been hearing in the last few days, it feels as though Aouar is the one. It feels as though he is the one that Mikel
He's got
Arteta
this
has
thing
set
dialed
his sights on.
in
He's the
here,
one
looking
Mikel Arteta
good.
has told the board, I want.
Oh,
You
wonderful
know,
shot.
we know
And a
that
chance for
they're going to be
birdie at the
available
finish.
around the same kind of fee, but he's a lot younger than Hussein.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
That is a more worthwhile investment.
Well
Add to
hold.
that
Let's move
the
on.
fact that
And
Thomas
with that,
Partey's release
we'll move to 3 under par.
is very much one
And
that needs to be
maintaining top
triggered
spot
with
on the
one
leaderboard.
lump sum.
After that,
And Hussein, you could potentially
they'll be
acquire
feeling
him
buoyed with confidence
by
after
doing a
that
deal
birdie.
that would see you
It's a
pay
good chance
some
to
of it in
maintain the
installments,
momentum.
some of it in add-ons, which is very much what Arsenal are looking for. So yeah, I mean, what is happening? Is he going to Arsenal?
This looks to be a fairway
Is he going
circuit
to
to me.
Juventus? Is he not going anywhere? Well, the truth is, at this moment in time, we are none the wiser. But my gut feeling still tells me that Arsenal are going to get
Time for the second shot here at the 6th.
playing hardball, and I hope, fingers crossed, that by the end of this week, and we're going to be bringing you these transfer updates every day, and you're going to feel like we're probably going over
Opting
the
for the
same ground
5-iron.
again, that this is massive.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me.
We'll do par the Aubameyang one in a long time, I think.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Birding the last. This for another.
Time now for the fourth shot.
Arsenal to go out and get
Wow.
one of Europe's finest talents. That would be such a huge statement.
And he dances his way to the top 10 after that delightful shot.
Arsenal on the up, and if Hussein joins,
And back to the course with the live action.
You know, with Pierre-Emerick
And this putt is from birdie 3 on the
it's just
scorecard.
so big that Arsenal get one of those two transfers over the line between now and when the transfer window closes. Right, let's go over to the live chat. Actually, before I do that, just a quick update on a couple of other bits.
Great stroke.
We are
He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead.
Today,
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting the groove on.
Close to agreeing.
Now 2 shots up after that one.
The German defender go to Italy, go to Serie A. A good friend of mine, Vittorio Campanile, Italian.
Here we have a
journalist,
par 5.
said to me earlier,
There are
no
2
thanks,
menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, that's another potential exit that could be on the cards. Now, what happens if none of these exits happen before the end of the week?
Absolutely flushed.
I feel like if Arsenal really want to win,
Rich,
find a way
such
to
a
do it,
fun
they'll find a way
week
to
in
release
New
the funds,
Orleans. It's
knowing that they're going to be able to move players on.
What do you love about the
Maybe
Zurich
not
Classic in New
for as much as they
The
hope for,
food.
but they will be able
I'm not
to
gonna
do
lie,
something
I love the
for the
food.
likes of Torreira,
I
for
love
the
going
likes
down to
of
Bourbon Street.
Mustafi,
I enjoy hanging out
Shade.
on the foodie. What can I say? With the golf course, though, it's fun. It really is a blast to play. I like it. Probably more than anything else because
and it may
of
be
the
a case
bunkering
where we
around
have to
here.
front up the money,
What peaked the
get
idea
our
is
targets in
plenty
because
of
time's
room.
running out,
Plenty of room in the fairways.
we'll worry about,
But about 275,
we'll worry
280,
about
you know, maybe
recuperating that money a
300.
little bit
We'll
later
throw
on.
it.
That
Right, let's
shot
go
goes
over
down,
to the
and that
live
will be for
chat.
birdie.
Taking a
Let's get
chance
some
at getting it
comments.
correct. The flop shot
I said it
works
was
once again.
confusing.
Sitting at minus
The
4.
whole situation with
Currently
Aouar
leading.
in terms of the contradicting reports. Matt Gray says it's not confusing. We've put a bid in. He's had a medical. He's still in France. He's rejected us from Juventus. We've got our 5th bid in. He's agreed
Had
terms.
a good lie
He's
in the
never heard
bunker,
of
but
us.
still, that was some kind of talent.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if
there
they
is
make it.
report with interest from Juventus, but you know, let's have it right. Serie A is not particularly blessed with major finance at the moment, and
Don't mind the look
we
of
did a
this.
live watch along on this channel.
They were racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, we'll move to 5 under par.
Against Juventus, and we were
And
looking
just
at
keeping it in neutral
Juventus'
on the leaderboard.
We were looking at the likes of Rabiot, who started.
Let's see what happens here at the
Kenny, who they brought in from Schalke this summer. And then Artur from Barcelona came on, Rodrigo Bentancur came on, a player I probably thought should have started the game. And then you just think to yourself,
What a
add Aaron Ramsey
gargantuan
to that
tee
mix as
shot.
well. How many central midfielders are Juventus going to want? I can't see them matching Leon's asking price for Hussein Aouar. I just can't see it. Not in this window anyway. And that's why I'm not overly concerned by the Juventus interest. Now, if Juventus come knocking, of course they turn your head. Juventus are one of the biggest clubs in world football. Italian champions for what, 7, 8 years in a row? They're a huge football club.
And if
Of
that
course
one,
you would turn your head if Juventus
20
come
feet
in.
to the
But
hole.
I don't think Juventus have the finance or the interest or the space in their squad for Hussein Aouar, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. I'm going to throw this out there, and I might be proved wrong, and I might be made to look like an idiot, but I don't
Gee,
see
that line was
Juventus
looking
spending
good,
that kind
wasn't
of
it?
money.
It was just about 3 feet
At
away.
the end of the transfer window. Given that they've been moving players out in a
And in it
desperate
goes for the
attempt to
par.
cut down and stuff over the course of the summer, I can't see it. Big hello
Now
to
that
Danny
finds him in
PSP,
first place.
from the Burkamp Wonderland. Danny, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Great to have you.
Sitting
as
off here
always.
at the 9th hole.
Check out the Burkamp Wonderland as well, one of the best Arsenal podcasts out there. Danny does a brilliant job, and you won't be disappointed. Danny's joined by a really good panel a few times a week, I think. So check out Burkamp Wonderland. Let's see. Ogre Chukwu says, just read Leon have agreed
Going with the hybrid.
to sign a Aouar replacement from AC Milan. That is Paqueta, who I mentioned earlier on. It looks as though he could be on his way to France. perhaps Leon bracing himself for the fact that
This is an extremely long putt. We might even have to hinge on this one.
Rather than later. Big hello to Hugo. Let's see what else we've got here. Tommy O'Donoghue says, if the owners believe in Arteta, then back him. If they really want Arsenal to
get in,
then back the manager.
Get in there.
Well, look at this.
Gorgeous.
Nice
Look at that. What a beauty.
6 under par. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Yeah, let's have another one.
Yeah, agreed. And often when a new manager comes in, the problem is that they have an idea, they have a philosophy, they have a style of playing, but they don't.
47. Fine course, not up.
Change the one to
Do you have any info down there? I'm here on the 12
to get that job done, and it does feel very much like the structure's there, the ideology's there.
How close was that to going in?
Oh,
great shot.
You're
kidding. Did he hold that?
We get some help in getting those tools in between now and
to go. Fist
Harry
pumps
says,
all around.
can we sign Awa?
All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Always great to be in the lead, Luke. There's no doubt about it. But let's face it, lots of golf yet to be played. Let's see how this player handles it.
Reports at the moment, and I wanted to demonstrate that they are all saying different things. So don't read one and be sort of tunnel vision. That is what's happening, because you know some of the athletes
heading down the runway.
And one of them in particular, I've got a real beam on it, and I always have had. I think they're reporting as lazy
Luke,
and make things up.
Unfortunately, that got a horrible kick, ended up in the
Not
rough.
a fan of what they do. I feel like they just clickbait. That's not to say there aren't outlets like that in England as well. There are outlets like that everywhere.
Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime, fun to watch.
Goes in one ear, out the other. Let's see what else we've got. Zod says, appreciate the hard work, Harry. Thank you very much, mate. He also says, my question to Harry and all of you guys is, would Awa have changed anything in that game? 67% of the match, 0
coming up here.
possession, 0 tackles, 0 attempts to win the ball back, 0 DM. Look, I find it really strange that people want to take lots and lots away from that Liverpool game in terms of observations. You know, we're talking about the best team in England by a mile.
John,
maybe
give us a small update.
If not the best, then one of the top 2 in Europe.
They're in the bunker.
And so why do people think that we were going to go there and dominate them? You need 11 top-class operators to do a team like
How about that for a par?
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
We didn't have that last night.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands.
You know, you're looking at Liverpool.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
Today on the 90-minute.
You've reached the 11th hole, and the tee is yours.
I think that premieres in a little bit, so check that out on the 90-minute channel if you haven't already. And you could tell from how pleased he was by the performance, how pleased Jurgen Klopp was by the performance, that Liverpool were at, or if not at, then very close to their very, very best last night. And so we didn't stand a chance. And that is just simply
this drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
It's not about you know, Arteta getting it wrong. I think there were some aspects. Again, you go back to the
second shot here on the 11th.
Today, you'll hear my thoughts on that. But I just wouldn't read into that game too much, as you know, a lot of people went into that game thinking, right, this would tell us where we're at.
It's a brave one.
Tell us anything.
Driver off
We
the
know
deck.
we're not anywhere near Liverpool. We know we're not at that level. What did you learn from it? What did you take away from it? That we're miles behind the Premier League champions. If you didn't know that already, then what have you been watching for the last 3
And
seasons?
here we are with the third shot.
So yeah, I just wouldn't get bogged down in the details of last night's game. You know, Lacazette takes that chance. It's completely different. And then we're talking about resilient Arsenal who held on here and managed to nick a draw in dramatic fashion. So yeah, I wouldn't read too much into that game. I think that it's a bit of an overreaction there. ASN says, relax my guys, stop panicking. It's a done deal. The guy Ola said,
This one's tracking.
40 million or less.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take it to 7 under.
More likely it happens agree.
And still in
I
top
agree
spot
with you,
after that hole.
Olas just
Keep it
spat
going.
shit into the press.
And now teeing off on
He's
this
one of those
powerful
chairman
hole.
president, I should say. And you get a lot of them in Europe, particularly in Serie A, where, aside from Olas, Serie A is a hotbed of them, where they want to be in the press all the time. They want to be the focal point of the club. They don't sit back and do their business quietly behind the scenes. They literally want to be at the forefront of everything, of every news story. They give quotes that they know are going to spark debate. That's what you get in Europe, and
That
John
dog will
Olas
hunt.
is just another one of those. You're right.
John, you're down there? What's happening?
Like
Well, guys, I'm
very
down
active
14.
progress.
This is 20
Patrick
feet out.
O'Connor says, "Hi Harry, loving your work. Keep it up. Can you imagine the success we would have if the proper investment was made?"
That's
in the
incredible.
Agreed.
That's outstanding.
Absolutely.
Mark that down on the highlight reel.
Mike says, "My gut feeling is we will get him." That's my gut feeling as well. I agree with that.
Taking aim from about 170
As many as I can within the next eight minutes or so. Apologies in advance if I missed
Opting for the
because
6
there are
iron.
a lot coming through.
Yeah,
at
but
the
so
moment
shot this
on
one.
YouTube in
That should
particular.
find the
So I'm gonna
surface.
try and pick up as many as I possibly can. Tazelle says, "I'm
This is
sure
a
the
ball
right
striking
side
clinic.
looks like
Yet
we have a
another
few
green and
already.
red here.
Lucas Paqueta
The
seems
iron
to
play
agree.
today has been
Personally,
absolutely
to be honest,
stellar.
both
Luke,
teams have
the
just been
greens
slightly
regulation, just
Agreed.
a
Agreed.
fantastic
I think it's going to
accomplishment.
happen as well.
Great to watch.
That's what my gut tells me, and I expect it to happen actually between now and the end of the window. So let's
Get
keep our
excited.
fingers
This
crossed.
could go in. The putt
Let's
drops,
see,
and that's
let's see
back-to-back
what we've
birdies.
got.
And with that,
Liam agrees
we'll
with me.
move to
Let's
8
keep
under
on
par.
reacting about this.
Awesome.
It's been pretty good to get rid of all the best
There's
things.
no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
Got a super chat here somewhere. I can find it. From Peace Love, thank you very much for your
Let's
kind
see what
donation.
happens
If
here
you
at the
both Parker
13th.
and Anwar, KSE need to show ambition to compete with the big clubs. What else have we got? Nana says, if we can't get Partey this week, you think we'll get him in January? I don't. I feel like it's very much now or never with Thomas Partey. We keep hearing that Atletico are going to tie him down to a new contract. If they
Quality
do
shot
tie
that
him
one.
down to a new contract, then you can bet that release.
And now intrepid on-course reporter, John standing by.
He's down to the 14th. This is Vinny Kuchar's next shot.
Anthony D says, "Hi, how we love the
Go
content. Thank you for joining us, mate.
Ooh, right by the
It's always
hole.
great to see you guys in the live chat, all the familiar faces and the new faces.
Let's
There's a lot
return
of
to
new people
live
in
play
there
now.
as well.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th.
What else have we got here?
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Hi Harry, I agree with everyone who says Arteta needs to be back, but will he? That's the 64 million.
Oh, that's beautifully judged. To a
I don't
9-foot
know.
chance here.
Previous evidence suggests that he'll get back to a certain degree. But I'm not KSE's biggest fan, and I've made no secret of that in the past. The problem is that I do think at times
Ooh, nice line.
their reluctance to
And
spend
that
money
putt will drop.
or
And
their
he'll
reluctance
extend
to
his lead.
invest has been blown out of proportion a little bit because Arsenal
Currently
have
9
spent
under
money
for the
the
event.
past few years. Make no mistake about that. Arsenal do spend money. It's just been spent badly, and whilst they're ultimately responsible,
Always
for the
positive
club
coming
and
off a
everything
birdie.
that we
Let's
look
see
at
what
and
happens
point
here.
at when success doesn't come. It's not them who have spent that money in the wrong places. They're not football men. That's why they put the likes of Raul in. That's why they put the likes of Gazidis in, or had
Go
Gazidis
with the
in.
five
That's why
look.
they have, Edu in there now. Because these people are supposedly football people and supposed to be making those decisions for them. It's like if I open a restaurant, I can't cook. I'm going to hire a
Well
chef because
played.
that's what the chef does. He's the one who
This
knows.
putt is for a big
And
2
to a
on the
degree, they've kind
scorecard.
of let people get on with it, but they've let the wrong people get on with it. For that, they deserve some criticism. But Arsenal have spent money, so I don't think we should get too deep in the Cronkies aren't spending, I think that there's been some of where they haven't. But I
Steady
think
on.
they recognise now that they
Just
they
3
need
feet to the
make
cup.
that investment in order to get Arsenal back to where they belong and
Full
ultimately
hold.
make their business more profitable once again. Alan says if the ball don't back on Teta,
Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes.
Agreed. And guys, just
Welcome to this
while
hole. It's a
I
par 4.
remember, smash the like button. if you haven't already. Please do. It really helps, particularly on YouTube. It is so important that you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new. We want to get to 10,000 as soon as possible. We're I think about 9,250 at the moment. So, let's try and get there between now and the end of the year. That'd be great. If we hit that 10,000 mark.
Going with the 5-iron here.
We'll do some sort of
special
show to celebrate that, because that would be amazing. Given we hit 5,000 in August, so to make that jump.
Yep, that shot safely on the green.
So please help us get there.
Good look at birdie here.
Big hello to Aggie in the chat as well. Big hello to Omar, to Dawal. Big hello to the guy pretending to be David Moyes in the chat. He says about Mikel Arteta, he had it in him from day one. That's why I brought him to Merseyside. Love that so much. Taking the time to make this one
to par. Well, that hole's behind us.
Let's see what else we've got here. A couple of questions coming through.
Now 6 shots in front after that hole.
Just because I'm short of time, I'm not going to go back over those things.
Well, as we approach the final holes here at TPC Louisiana, the short par 4 16, which it's a good one, but also a challenging one.
Only the brave will take driver out on this short hole. Long irons, hybrids, fairway woods down the left-hand side is just fine.
If you haven't already, check out the Lawnmower 3.0. Keep your body hair looking as in shape, as lush. Hopefully not as
this
green
one's looking good
as
off the tee.
Emirates
That should find the short
Stadium
stuff.
Enter the discount code that is rolling across the bottom of the screens at the moment. Chronicles AFC Capitals to receive 20% off
Time for the second shot
and
at the 16.
free shipping. It is a real money saver, that, and their products are fantastic. So do check it out. Quickly show you if you want. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you the ball.
Oh!
Nice.
Still not got
Down
around
it
to the
goes.
official
Let's head to
unboxing,
the
but
next.
this is incredible. Look, your balls will thank you. I don't think I've seen marketing as good as this.
Let's
This is
recap
you
what
get
Tony
when
Finau
you
was able to
order the
do
Lawnmower
just a little
3.0.
while ago.
This is how you do it 7 days a week.
There we go. Here we go. So,
Yes!
you just took the camera down a little so you can see. Your balls will thank you. The Lawnmower 3000. With that, you get some ball deodorant.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
Anti-chafing.
Our
ball
current
deodorant.
leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
Ball toner. Crop revival. There you go.
If you want to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
You
A
get
tee
all the
shot
little
that
add-ons
no
in this
player
bag.
likes to
Everything
face,
that's fun,
water
back.
all the way down the
You
left-hand
also
side.
get
The bailout zone
landscape
out to the
trim
right
that is listed
falls
there.
away from the green.
That's right.
No
That's what I'm
fun
talking
whatsoever.
And the best thing about it, as I was saying to you guys that joined me earlier this morning, the best thing about the Manscaped trimmer, right, is this. Look at that light.
And
You
he's
see
safe on the green with
It's
that shot.
incredible. That way you never miss
Outside
anything
chance of
about
the birdie, but a
when you're
two-putt
on
here
Manscaped.
is still
Check
good.
out manscaped.com. Use the
And
promo
let's
code
catch this
Chronicles
action from just a
AFC
moment ago.
Capitals.
Matt
20%
Kuchar with a
off
fantastic
and
shot.
free shipping. And by doing
I
that,
gotta say,
you'll
from
be
that
supporting
spot,
the
that's
Chronicles
exactly
of the
what they were
podcast
trying to
as well.
do.
So if you do need one of these or something like this, head over.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
And
This is one
get
of those
ordering. Use
lengthy
the code.
putts.
Save yourself some
Good
money.
one just to get
Help us
close.
out in the meantime. And you can use it on your face as well. There you go. You can use it for anywhere. Brilliant product. Fantastic. Right. Let's say a big hello to everyone in the live chat who is joining us. Let's see
Just
where you
missed.
guys are joining us from.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And the putt
Daniel,
drops.
I am David
We're
Williams.
moving
Are you?
on.
Are you actually David Williams? That's incredible. Fantastic.
He sits in first
I don't know if
position.
you're joking or not, Danny. Let me know in the chat. Let's see.
The closing hole at
hello
TPC
to
Louisiana
Claude as
has
well.
one
How you
all the
doing,
way
mate?
down the right, Rich.
Welcome.
But that's not its only issue.
It says,
Bailing out to the
Barton's
left, you'll
looking
find some
from
menacing
Captain.
bunkers that you want no part of. However, if you find the
Yeah,
fairway,
again, just a quick
going
reminder
for
that
it
you
in
can check out
two
my thoughts
will be
on
very
last night's
tempting.
game.
This
On
one
the
looks to be
previous
hitting for the
video,
sanctuary
previous
of the
podcast,
fairway.
listening by the audio, so check that out. And a quick reminder as well that Adrian Clark is joining me again this evening, 9 p.m. UK time. Myself and Adrian will be live and we'll be going through some stuff from the Liverpool game.
Interesting choice of the
transfers.
driver here.
All things Arsenal with Adrian Clark, and I look forward to hearing his expert opinion once again. Big hello to Tinashe in Scotland, to Mr. Bungle in Southampton.
Well, that's big boy golf right there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
Detroit to Michael, who's
Oh,
in
this is exciting. A putt for an eagle.
You're a wizard, Harry. It's this light. There it is. What else have we got? We've got Omar, New York.
Get in!
We've got
Get in!
Sydney,
Oh, what?
We've got Winnipeg, Canada.
Almost snatched the eagle there, don't we?
Oh, fuck's sake.
And that signs off on today's round.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, there you have it, Rich. At the end of the opening round, he finds himself in first place.
Always good to be out in first place. That means you can afford to make a mistake tomorrow, but you don't want to make too many of it with the chasing back and lurking behind.
Thank you very much. Chris says,
Luke Elvey, alongside Rich May, on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HP
make
Studios,
your sit
it's
there
goodbye
right.
for now.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, which is why this is so handy. Damn right. Cypriot Guna says, never worry about power, failure, or failure. Once again, there you go. I mean, listen, I absolutely love that this pod is sponsored by Manscaped. And I love that the way this conversation is going by Richie and Richie goes every time I bring up this product. This makes me laugh and it adds some light-heartedness to the program. Big hello to Colin in New York, to Flynn in Edinburgh, to Alex in Pennsylvania, Mohammed in Sierra Leone, to Cypriot Guna and Gigi Larnaca. To Michael
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich May and Rich. It's the final round in this one. What's our next player?
Thank you guys. That brings us to the end
Should
of
be a lot of
today's
nerves. They got the lead,
update
they
show.
came together overnight. That
We
is
are
never
going
an
to
easy thing to
back
do.
later on
Almost
9
an
p.m.
uncomfortable
as I said.
situation at times,
Adrian Clark will be
but they are
joining
playing
both
well,
between
so they have
Asia,
that
and
confidence
will
going
be
into the final
available
round.
on all
But
your
this is
social
going to be a tough
media
afternoon ahead.
I know, I can't wait.
So
Let's get
until
back
then,
down to the
take care of
coverage.
yourselves and stay safe. All the best. Cheers.
Let's see what kind of Tony sits for himself today. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday.
She was
They have the same results
Her
today.
eyes were just unwalkable. I was gonna be there for her, she was gonna be there for me. It didn't matter
But
what it
we wouldn't
was.
cut too many.
I thought that maybe she'd been kidnapped.
Oh.
Nothing was happening. I
Nice
didn't know
shot.
what I could have done or anyone could have done.
Skylar, Rachel, Sheila.
Just 4 feet remaining between you and the hole.
They hung out all the time. You know, I saw them as a team. The three of them became inseparable.
Then one ended up missing.
Nobody's heard from her. Nobody
Nice
knows
try.
where she is.
Wow, certainly got it on the right side of bed today.
That is definitely
know what
a
I-
confidence builder.
Someone was hiding something.
Getting off to a great start at this event.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first loop. Good start.
We got a par 5 here.
Tonight
Time
we
to take
take you
advantage.
inside a secret
Nice
world
birdie
that's
in the last
gonna
hole
stun
for a
you.
change.
Teenagers,
First one of
social
the day.
media,
They needed
murder.
it desperately.
She was like, well,
Now,
she'll
next hole,
finally help
looking
me.
for more.
A clique of mean girls. Were they mean enough to kill?
It was such a shocking and scandalous kind of case.
Oh, seems we've got a big piece of that one. Striped.
Evil comes in all shapes and sizes.
I'm Lester Holt, and this is Dateline. Tonight, Andrea Canning with Something Wicked.
Playing from around
In the gentle
240
rolling hills
yards.
of northern West Virginia, in a sweet college town in the heart of coal country, live 3 teenage girls. Their photos capture a moment in time.
It's a brave one.
They were
Driver off
smart.
the deck.
Too hard, too hard.
Lovely. Everything a parent could hope for in a daughter.
Bloody hell.
Let's have a look at
Who could
Bryson
have guessed,
DeChambeau.
just by looking, that some of them carried a dark secret about a friend.
we are with their photo.
These teens played a strange and haunting game.
Would you guys rather suffer or get shot?
Nothing like it.
A game of betrayal that would go way beyond typical teenage drama.
She's calling out, help me. You know why?
Okay, let's get back to the action.
And at the center of it all
Getting ready to
was
play
a
their
girl
third.
named Skylar. Dave and Mary Neese welcomed their only daughter Skylar to the world back in 1996.
Fucking hell.
Tell me about the day she was born. Is that
Come on,
the
stop.
greatest moment of your life?
I wouldn't go that far.
Part
All right, John. How's this
First time you saw her. First time I saw her, yes, I can say that was the greatest moment of my life. Yeah, it was instant love.
They live in Star City, a small suburb of Morgantown, West Virginia, where Dave works at Walmart and Mary at a
That's the
medical
right
office.
Again!
Skylar was a whirlwind.
What a peach!
Unctuous, precocious toddler who
What
owed
a
her
peach!
parents
2 in a row. He's feeling it.
currently 13 under?
Dumb, right? I'm feeling it.
She was reading way before she was supposed to, doing math and stuff way before she was supposed to, so she was a very intelligent little girl.
This player coming off a birdie on the last hole, getting some momentum going their
When
direction.
Skylar started nursery school, she made her first friend, Morgan Lawrence. Morgan was drawn right away to Skylar. Did she kind
Oh,
of
this
light up
needs a
her
little
own?
right turn,
She
Clyde.
had the giggle and the laugh.
The girls' families became good friends too. Morgan's parents, Dave and Cheryl, say Morgan and Skylar were like sisters.
Yeah, call it
What
a
are
shot
your
there.
memories of
Already had a few birdies
Skylar
today.
when she was this high?
She
Another.
giggled all the time.
Yeah,
Just in
that's
her
on the
house.
beach.
She had the biggest eyes. You just wanted to hug her.
They were good
Oh,
girls,
that's
got
class.
good
What a way to
grades.
save your
Morgan
par.
dreamed of becoming a
Puck shot
meteorologist.
here.
Skylar,
Oh,
a criminal
yes.
lawyer.
What
They also
a
had a pact
result.
that they would always be there for one
Fantastically
another.
played.
And you would both be in each
Well,
other's
listen, yeah,
wedding
big
parties?
putt to
Everyone
make.
has a sister to put in
Birdie
there.
always nice, but
Wedding and
particularly when
being
it's
together.
two.
As freshmen at Morgantown's University High School, the two girls drifted apart a little. With a new school came new friends. Classmate Daniel Hovatter says the bubbly Skylar fit in right away.
Friends came first with her. She was always
This looks
about
cool.
being
Oh!
That's a good putt to hold
Soon,
any
Skylar
day.
He had 10 there.
Say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence
and Rachel
booster.
Schoaf.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after
It
that.
wasn't long
The
before they
lead
were
is
calling
getting
themselves
bigger
the Three
and bigger.
Musketeers. And in pictures, they looked the part.
They were literally together every second of every day. It seemed like they hung out all the time.
And like all teenage girls, they shared videos and photos with each other and online.
Well, they should
Giving
find the
us a
short
glimpse
grass.
into their world. Skylar and Sheila just having fun. And of course they occasionally got into trouble, but even
Coming
then, it
off a
was for
string of
typical
three
teenage
birdies.
things. Dave and Mary weren't too concerned.
She's a straight A student who loves her parents. Did you sort of chalk it up to,
Looks to
okay,
be
we're
going
not
with the
thrilled,
fire
but
line.
she's a teenager?
This one looks like it'll safely make the
When
green.
summer rolled around after her sophomore year, Skylar seemed happy. She had a job at Wendy's, which she loved.
That's well
On
played.
Thursday,
Pin
July
high.
5th,
That's the mark of a
2012,
horse
she
finder.
came home after work and
Yeah,
got
this will be
ready
good
for
for the
bed.
momentum. Let's
She
make this
turned
birdie
around, her
putt.
mom gave her a kiss and gave her a hug and said, I love you, Mom. She turned to me and said, I love you, Dad. And she went to the room.
The next day, Dave planned to meet Skylar in their apartment at lunchtime.
Get in
He
there.
was
Slow it
surprised
down.
that she
That's
wasn't
birdie number
there.
4 today.
No worry, he called
That
Mary.
settles the
Like,
nerves
she was
right
out with
there.
one of her
Great stuff.
friends. I figured they went swimming.
Still in the lead
shopping.
now after that hole.
Dave called her
And I
friends,
don't know if the rest of the
including
field is up
Sheila.
for catching
No
them here
one had
today in
seen
this
her.
final round of
Next,
action.
he went outside and found
It's time to
no
step on the
cause for
tee here in
worry.
the fifth.
The small
Well,
bench
let's
was
see if they can
looking at
roll
Skylar's
off that
window,
birdie at the last.
and the
Lovely
window
momentum
screen
here.
was missing.
But at this time, I called Skylar's cell phone and I said, hey, you're in trouble. You better be calling me right away. And so I called her cell phone about 10 times. I called Mary again.
Again, Mary told him to calm down. She said Skylar was expected at work at 4.
I said, we're not gonna worry. I'll call them about 10 after 4, give her time to clock in, everything, see if
Nicely
she's there.
done.
But Mary
Well, I
didn't
like the
get
way
a
this
chance
person's
to call
playing.
Wendy's.
Birdies all over
They
that
called us
scorecard.
first, wanting
Always
to
a
know
good
she
way to
was
start.
coming to
Let's
work.
see where
Was
they
that
go from here.
a big moment for you?
Yeah.
A few minutes later, there was another big surprise. A call from Sheila.
She said that she had to tell
Well
me the
played,
truth.
mate.
And I said, well, what truth? She said, well,
Playing for the-
we snuck out last night.
Mary's heart fell. Skylar had done that once before, gone on a late-night joyride with Rachel and Sheila. That time they'd been caught for being out after the town curfew. And now here was a worried Sheila saying they'd done it again.
I said, where did you go? Where's
Gotta
Skylar?
say, putting this well from this distance is a huge
They dropped
accomplishment.
her off at the end of the street, so we
Let's have a
wouldn't
look at
ever
Bryson
sneak in back
DeChambeau's
in.
effort.
Now that missing screen and bench
Man on
outside
the ground was
Skylar's
John
window
McCarthy.
made
We'll have a better look
sense.
at this.
Skylar
Doesn't
put
worry.
it there to boost herself up so she could get back in.
Dug
It left them
into
with
this
a
bunker.
terrifying possibility.
My first
deep
instinct
voice.
was someone abducted her from
Handy
the
out
end
the
of the
bunker
street
there.
to our house.
Dave
And
called
after
the
that effort,
police.
this is how the field is shaping up.
16 years old, apparently struck a home last night, and she hasn't been seen since. The friends can get a hold of her.
Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par four.
The niece's world had fallen apart. Their only daughter had disappeared into the night. And now she'd been gone for nearly 24 hours. Where was Skylar?
When we come back, the investigation begins, and concern for Skylar begins to grow.
Around 180 yards.
Horrible feeling in my heart that something terrible had happened.
A grainy piece of
Looks to be going with a hybrid
videotape is
here.
about to give police
This
one
one.
giant
Too hard, too
piece
hard.
of gleam from this.
She slowly walked down to a car, down, she got in the back seat.
Yeah, what's it like? What an opportunity to make a birdie.
Star City, West Virginia has just 1,800 residents, only one stoplight.
Skylar going missing was a tough pill to swallow for the entire community.
Police officer Jessica Colbank caught the Skylar niece case.
First impression was it could be a runaway.
Get in there!
There are kids.
Oh!
That would have been a nice one to hold.
It
Man,
wasn't
that should
long
secure
before
the
Officer
par. Well done.
Colbank got the video from the security cameras at the niece's building. Skylar's friend, Sheila Eddy, had said Skylar was home
In
around
first
midnight.
position. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
Dave's niece watched
Deep into the front
horrified
nine.
as
Here
they
we are
on
at
the
the
tee
seventh hole.
outwalked
There are
Skylar.
two menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Make out a license plate.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff.
Mary had a theory.
She made it home, snuck back in the window.
Oh, what the
and a
fuck?
second
That did not
person or
end up
persons
where you said
had
it was
parked
going to.
behind the
It's in the
building,
rough.
and she snuck out a second time.
But why? Who was in the car? And where did they go? The police didn't issue an Amber Alert since it looked like Skylar left voluntarily.
Once that video came out that she really went on in this car.
Shot.
Well, that's showcasing their power there,
For
Rich.
somebody dropping by.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it too and get rewarded for it.
She spent a lot of time
Big boy
here
muscle.
telling us that it'll be okay, she'll be home. I really miss her.
John, give us an update. What's shaking?
The next day, Sheila sat with Mary on Skylar's bed, both of them crying.
Did it bring you comfort when Sheila would come by being Skylar's best friend?
That was
It
silly
did
smooth
a
out
little
and say,
bit,
good shot.
knowing that Calvin's had her leave her behind.
This putt from around 18
Mary and
feet.
Sheila took to the streets together, posting flyers for Skylar.
They would knock on the doors and ask, have you seen this girl? And we kept showing the pictures to people, and nobody had seen her.
Sheila was very, very worried about what had happened to
Get in the
Skylar.
hole.
Chrissy Swanson is a close family
Yes!
of Sheila's,
Birdie
and
with
saw
big
Sheila's
wings.
distress
Great putt.
firsthand.
She was trying so hard to help them find new things.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that, and I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Dave made a plea for help on local
Coming
news
off the
station
Eagle, feeling quite
WBOY.
proud of themselves. A big chance here at the next.
By Sunday night, Skylar had been gone the whole weekend. Her family, including her Aunt Carol, was heartsick.
I just had this horrible feeling in my
That
heart.
one's right out of the top drawer.
Something terrible had happened, and it wasn't like her to run away or disappear like she did.
Mary, told me that night, she said, something's wrong.
Second shot here on the 8th.
So your mind had kind of gone to that place already that she may never come home.
The community held a candlelight vigil. Skylar's school friends came, including Rachel and Sheila.
They were crying, came up and hugged me and Mary, just crying their eyes out.
The only thing
Get in! Oh, come
upset too.
He just keeps
She was
putting
on
on
the
the rest
she
of the
read on
field. What a putt
Facebook
to
that
hold.
Skylar was missing.
Did it scare you when you started to see
He's
those
currently
tweets?
sitting in
Definitely.
first
How
place.
worried were you?
And they don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way
So
out in
was
front of
Officer
this one.
Colbay. She was at it non-stop.
I'd come back to the office in the evenings, watching the video, getting Facebook records.
Colbay was swamped with tips from people saying
in
they'd
for the
seen
home, I
Skylar
think.
from Morgantown to New
Well,
York
this one's
and even
right at the pin.
California. Each sighting was a dead end. At the same time, Colbay pulled Skylar's records. What she found was
Not a
ominous.
bad approach.
Skylar
It'll be
wasn't
fun.
using her cell
This
phone
one for
or
back-to-back
ATM
birdies.
card. Colbay now had serious doubts that Skylar had run away.
Usually runaways, they take items with them that they want, especially if she had contacts and glasses. She didn't take that stuff with her.
And then police got an important new lead in the
Yeah.
case.
Big chance
There
here.
had been two bank
Oh,
robbers
you.
At the top of the leaderboard.
gone down around the time Skylar
Two in a row.
vanished.
I was working with other investigators on those bank robberies.
While looking into the
And man on the
robberies,
ground,
Ron
John, he's
Gaskins
down
of the
there.
West
What's the
Virginia
news?
State Police was called into Skylar's case. There had been tips that somehow Skylar had been at a party with the suspected bank
From the green
robbers,
here,
and
just in
something
the
bad
inside
happened.
rough.
What was the theory?
They're just rumors, gossip going around that there was this teenage party. There was
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
And
Lovely
people that were
touch.
scared,
Well
so they
played.
hit them
You
up.
better believe
It
it
seemed
is great
unlikely.
stuff
Skylar
to
didn't use
watch.
heavy drugs.
It's a lofty position this player has held all tournament. What a buffer they've built with just 9 players.
So
All leading
impressive
nowhere.
all week long.
By now,
I've got to
Skylar had
say,
been gone more than a
this
month.
player is on top of the
Gaskins
golf
vowed he
world
would
at the
find
moment.
her.
I don't like to make promises in my line of work, but the only promise I made today was we would never stop. We would never give up. I'm trying to find out what happened to Skylar.
Their search for Skylar had taken them across the United States. What they didn't know then was that the truth was right there in Morgantown at University High.
Coming up.
Stop! Stop!
Instagram and Facebook and start to get
Second shot here on the 10th hole.
Whispers in the hallways. Was someone hiding something? Police were about to get a break.
That was an aha moment. Finally, we have something to go on.
When Dateline continues.
No bounce.
Well, that's a handy shot. Our coverage continues at the last.
The first day of school that fall
Nothing
was
as beautiful
heartbreaking.
as a tiny fade.
One of University High School's top students, Skylar Neese, had disappeared during the summer. Classmate Shania Ammons.
starting school without her. Like, that was probably one of the hardest days through the whole thing.
Wonderfully
Skylar was a
played.
different person, and she was just gone.
Skylar's friend Morgan Lawrence was dreading roll call.
I didn't have any classes with her, thank God.
You didn't want to hear her name called?
It's not the same. It's, you can't tell the teacher.
And back to the
We don't
course
know
with
if she's
the
coming
live
back.
action. Oh, this is
In
a
some
long way
ways,
from down
life seemed
temperature
normal.
closer. John,
Skylar's good
what's he
friend
got in
Sheila
front of
Eddy, seen here in this video taken in the classroom, is back in school. So is BFF Rachel Schultz, singing for friends in this video.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
Rachel's up in lead in the fall play. But everyone was worried about Skylar. And in school hallways,
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of
You
action.
just see things start to get
Teeing off here at the 11th.
ridiculously out of control.
Kids saying things from Skylar had overdosed and things that Skylar's in a different country.
Daniel Hovatter was in drama with Rachel and knew how close the three girls were. He wondered if Rachel and Sheila might be helping cover something up for Skylar.
There have been rumors going around. Just, Rachel and Sheila know where she's hiding.
Daniel knew Rachel and Sheila were the last ones to see Skylar. He wondered if they were protecting her.
Interesting
or maybe
choice of the
protecting
driver
someone
here.
else. Either way, they had to know something.
There were probably a good 3, 4, 5 times
Ah,
that I told Rachel, if you know anything, you need to say what happened or where she's at.
Well, that's a
Daniel
tremendous
wasn't
shot
alone.
and sets up a
Writers
wonderful
David Barry
opportunity.
and Jeff Fuller
Two big
live in
hits there,
Morgantown
knocking it on
area,
this par
and they've
5 and
written a
2.
book about Skylar's case.
Putting for eagle
They
here.
spent hours
Short game has
combing
been
through what kids were
absolutely
saying on social
fantastic
media.
today.
The one thing that stood out to me is that people, teens, were tweeting
Come on.
And then Rachel had to know something.
Why don't you guys just talk?
Come on.
Say something.
Oh.
Tell us what you want.
Rachel and Sheila, seen here
Nice to see this one go down.
that
Let's see if they
time,
make it.
were now at the center
What a
of the
performance. 8 birdies on the
storm.
camera.
Ah.
I completely 100%.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
And Fantasia
Time to make a
Lillard,
move.
Whenever I
The
stay
tee
up
is
for
yours here at the
Rachel,
12th
I
hole.
get a lot of, bad comments from it from people.
the heat got turned up on the girls when the
Well, I like the
FBI
look of the
showed
line
up
here.
and
You
started
should find the
interviewing
fairway.
students.
I was only interviewed once. I guess I was nervous because I was like, it's the FBI. Like, they're serious. They asked me about Rachel and Sheila.
Let's take a
They
look at
seemed
Justin
any
Thomas
different.
from earlier.
And I was telling them they didn't seem different.
Third
They
shot
were
now.
secluded to themselves more.
The normal fall rituals like football and homecoming were punctuated
You know,
with
the Spuds
police
like that
visits to
one.
Rachel and Sheila. Kids say Rachel left pre-rehearsal to meet with the FBI.
Maybe we'll just talk about it. I have a lie detector test today or something.
This shot
Mary and
from
Dave
about
Neese,
190
desperate to
yards.
find their daughter, thought the police were wasting their time investigating the girls they knew so well.
I even went to the police and said, will you leave Sheila alone, please? I said, you guys are harassing her 24/7. The kid's going through enough right now. Leave her alone.
So you defended her.
That's a terrific shot. It sets up a birdie opportunity here at the
But
12th.
investigators were
Almost a
convinced
gimme
the two
birdie there,
girls
Luke.
knew more than they were
Fantastic.
saying.
Was it sort of the belief that, look, nobody's in trouble, we just want to know where she is?
No, we just need to know what happened.
That fall, Ronnie Gaskins interviewed each girl
He'll take the
repeatedly.
birdie.
How was
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Calm.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of
Should
action.
draw on the desk. Play with the pencil.
Pretty sure this far
Just
was
remember
buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Their story never varied. They picked Skylar up, drove
Left
around
nothing in the
Morgantown,
tank on that one.
swept her
That
up
was
high,
pummeled.
and dropped her off a few blocks from home.
It was like a recording with these two.
In the meantime, the officers had begun to collect physical evidence, and it didn't match up with the story the girls had been
Second shot
telling.
here on the 13th
Surveillance
hole.
video from a convenience store put the girls' car not heading east as they'd said, but heading west toward Blacksville. And the girls' phone records from that night showed Rachel's
back there,
phone
boys.
hanging off a cell tower in Blacksville.
That was an aha
That
moment.
was wonderfully done.
Finally, we have something to go on that's different from their story.
Now even
This
Skylar's
putt is
parents
about
joined
15
the
feet to the
chorus of
hole.
people trying to get the girls to talk.
I started posting on Facebook things about karma, karma will get you, you can't hide. We were pushing the girls to get them to say why.
Get in there.
By late
Fuck!
November, the pressure seemed to be
Steady
taking
now.
its toll on Rachel.
And with that, you can go and put a par on the card.
Like changing her story.
And
Maybe
after
for the
that hole,
first time
this
that
is
they
how the
did
leaderboard
drive to
looks right
Blacksville that
now.
night. And that's where
And
Skylar
after
told
that
them to let her
performance,
out of
they'll
the
stay
car.
right where they are in the
Where
standings.
bank robberies had
And
happened.
I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final
That
round.
must have been a big red flag for you.
Absolutely.
At school, kids say Rachel was increasingly rattled.
Rachel seemed distressed. She seemed like she was very upset over something. I mean, this was eating in her heart.
Rachel Schoaf was about to crack.
Coming up.
We've got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Great regulation, spot on, all day, awesome.
And there's highlights aplenty out there on the golf course. Let's take a look at this incredible shot. Bryson
It's been
DeChambeau
a
now with one of the
long-running
great highlights of
mystery
the
at
day.
University High. What happened to Skylar Neese? She seemed to have slipped out of her bedroom and vanished in the night. Now, her two best friends are under scrutiny. Rachel Shaw.
Well, that's a very well judged putt there.
One of them is about to come forward.
So after that hole,
with a deadly
this is the
secret.
current standings
Here
on the
again,
course.
Andrea Kenny.
Teeing off here at the 15th hole.
Christmas came for Skylar Neese's parents, Dave and Mary. It had been 6 months since their daughter had disappeared.
The holidays must have been very tough that year, Christmas time.
We didn't celebrate.
We didn't put up any tree. We didn't do anything.
Just another day.
Yeah, that one will play.
Around that time, Rachel Schiff and Sheila Eddy stopped
Same
attending
spot as
University
yesterday, looking
High.
for the same
Their
result
few
today.
remaining friends told authors Daleen Berry and Jeff Fuller that
Oh, what a
Rachel
gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich.
She was acting out, getting into more family altercations at home.
So the walls were closing in on Rachel.
Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie.
John, what's going on? Talk to us, Goose.
We're over on the 18th hole again.
And then, on December 28th, Rachel apparently snapped. Her upset mother called the police.
Let's get back to it, shall we? This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
And Rachel was taken to a mental health facility. A few days later, Corporal Ronnie Gaskins got a big surprise. Rachel wanted to meet at her lawyer's office.
Wow,
She had something she
back-to-back
wanted to
birdies.
say.
And what a time to make
Take
them.
us inside.
Nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
I remember her pulling up the waist.
Now that finds him in first place.
Throw up.
3 holes remaining,
She
Luke.
started asking
This
the
is
questions
getting
that we
awfully
thought
fun.
she would answer. She overdoses at a party. And I remember she just, her face got really red and she just, clan status and said we stabbed her.
Was there just a hush in the room? How did everyone react?
Everybody was silent for a couple of minutes. And we were speechless.
It wasn't an accident. It was a murder.
Second shot here.
And not only
on
had
the
Rachel and
16th.
Sheila killed Skylar, they had planned it for months. All the while looking and acting like the best of friends, as Sheila and Skylar do in this video. As part of the plan, Rachel and Sheila
Well, there's a
settled
very
on
good
the
reason
night
why
of
he's
July
leading this
5th
tournament,
as the
and that's
ideal
Zurich.
time to kill Skylar.
And another one goes. And with it, an increase in his lead.
Obtained the show.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that,
2 holes to go, Luke. And they hang on.
According to Rachel,
we have a par of 3 on this one. But there's no doubt they have some positive vibes coming off that birdie. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
Order to the residence.
And there is Skylar sneaking
Down
out in
with the
that
hybrid.
grainy surveillance video. The car
Down.
is Sheila's, and inside are Skylar's 2 best friends.
Skylar gets in the car and they get her on.
And they drove for nearly an hour.
Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good
past
hole.
Blacksville.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Parked the car and they found an area where they could sit and talk. And Skylar leaves to get back to the car and then Rachel said on 3.
According to Gaskins, Rachel said she counted.
Come on.
2, 3. 3.
Oh, beauty.
Outstanding.
And that's what released Sheila.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
From behind.
Gaskins says Skylar fought hard to defend herself.
Did Rachel indicate what Skylar's last words were, the final moments in that meeting?
Oh,
She said,
lovely.
Skylar just said why. And that's all she said.
John, what's going on out
Rachel
there?
said the girls
Down here
covered
on
the
the
body
18th.
with dirt and
Just
branches,
just kidding.
threw their bloody clothes in the trunk, and left Skylar there.
Did Rachel express how she felt when the crime was over?
I just remember her saying that this was something she wanted to get done before she went to church camp.
How did you feel when
Yeah,
she
with
said,
that hole
"I had to
behind
get this
us,
done before
let's have a look
church
at the
camp"?
contenders
What
and
are
the
we doing?
contenders.
Did you ask Rachel why? Why did you two do this?
And a chance to ice
She
the
would
tournament
not
here.
give us
Holding
any
the lead,
specific
playing the
details,
last.
other than they just didn't like her. And then when I asked her, what do you mean you didn't like her? Clarify that. She said, oh, nothing, we just didn't like her.
After telling police the story,
bad line, this one.
Rachel led authorities down that lonely road, past Blacksville, to a spot just across the Pennsylvania border. There, they eventually found a few scattered human
Time for the
remains
second shot.
and sent them to
On
a
the
lab for
18th.
testing.
I just couldn't imagine the pain and suffering and the fear she went through. Being on one of the
It's a
two
brave
best
one.
friends.
Drive her off the deck.
And she knew what was happening. when it
Too
first
hard.
happened.
Too hard.
Authorities kept Rachel's confession secret, even from the nieces, while the investigation continued. The FBI told
Well, that's
Mary
big boy
and Dave
golf right
that
there.
remains
Using the
believed
big
to be
boy muscles
Skylar's
to get
had
home
been
at 2 there.
found.
I broke down
Come
pretty
out of
bad,
this.
yeah.
Putt for the
I
top.
did, that was a bad day.
It was so lonely and so deserted. And it was a horrible thing to know that she had been there and no one knew.
1, 2, 3, go! Happy birthday, Skylar. February 13, just as they had since she was a little girl.
7 feet to the cup.
The nieces gathered with friends on Skylar's birthday, this time without her. They quietly told the Lawrences their awful news. Did your heart just
It's not a
break for
chance.
Mary and Dave?
Well,
Hers
like
like
your
Rachel's.
baby.
There she is.
I remember the first time it was just like a surreal, and she's not.
So you better do some kind of golfing hat out there this
Bonnie
week.
Gaskins had a confession
Down
from
by the
Rachel,
bayou
and she
this
led him
week,
to a
Luke,
bottle,
and I gotta
but
say,
it wasn't enough.
well-earned victory.
Why didn't you let
Now it's
somebody
time to go
right away who
strap on the
confessed to
beads
killing
and
someone?
hit the
She had lied
bayou.
to us a number of times before.
That was an outstanding start by this player, Rich, and they've gone on to victory. What a way to win.
It's very rare
What's
where you
more,
see a player
Gaskins needed Rachel,
absolutely
so he
dominate
didn't
a
arrest her.
field like they
Instead,
did
he was
in this
about to
tournament.
use Rachel to
Unbelievable
get
job
Sheila.
all around.
Coming
Well,
up,
that just about concludes our
breathing
coverage.
or
On behalf of
pretending.
Rich Believe, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Lost her best friend. She even asked me, how could someone do this to Skylar?
Will the truth catch up to Sheila Eddy when Dateline continues?
Corporal Ronnie Gaskins was on a mission to put 2 girls behind bars.
It was one of those where you couldn't get there fast enough.
Rachel Schoaf had just confessed to teaming up with Sheila Eddy to kill their friend Skylar Neese. Now she was cooperating with police. Gaskins and his fellow investigators hatched a plan. Rachel would invite Sheila to her house. As hidden cameras rolled, she would try to get Sheila to incriminate herself.
We were close by in case something happened.
Sheila did come over. She tweeted this photo of herself and an uncomfortable-looking Rachel with the caption, "Finally got to see Rach." The police didn't record anything to pin Sheila to the crime.
The girls did not disclose anything specific. They were just very casual.
A few days later, the police went to Sheila's house with a warrant.
We seized the kitchen knife with the fire.